Definitely a quirk to the schedule, having your first 3 games as divisional opponents. But so far, the Chargers 2-0 in those first 2 matchups.
Lutz to Hampton at the 2, and here he goes, and smacked as he takes it up by J.L. Skinner. The rookie Hampton will be the back. Offense playing with a lot of confidence. 1st and 10. From the 31. Oh, devoured inside by Jones.
Great job of penetration. Watch as he just gets right through the block of Becton. Nowhere to go, and just swallows it up.
And offensively, and right there a loss of 4. Colts last week in Indy against this defense. Over 8 yards per play on 1st down. Herbert, flag thrown. Look at the time. There's the throw. Incomplete. Hufanga was downfield watching Allen.
There's 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offside. Defense number 0. That penalty's declined. Pass interference. Defense number 9. The ball be placed at spot of the foul, automatic.
We know they had some costly. Hampton, the rookie out of North Carolina, remains in there. And a 1st and 10 for Herbert, and he gets the call here. Works his way and brought down by Franklin Myers. Looking at blitz, here they come. 2nd down and 7. Flag thrown. Hufanga was there with the coverage.
Legal formation.
Sean Payton.
Offense, 5 players in the backfield. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is 3rd down.
They need the Broncos 45. Pipkins will block at the right tackle, and they get the 1st down. And Johnston breaks free, and there he goes. Can Hufanga get him? Chased by Surtain and out of bounds. Near the 13.
Well, he's right there at the point. He's going to line up, work outside, and work on a curl. Just a little back shoulder throw. You don't want to bring him into coverage as they're trying to get the ball out. They forget the tackle's the most important thing. Watch, Surtain's got a chance there. He sees to come up, and Singleton has a chance to take him out. And instead, it just bounces to the outside. Johnson.
Last week, the Colts offense generated 473 yards. 1st and 10. Johnston again. Surtain is there. And a gain of about a yard, and that's it. Good matchup. Boy, they were working on Surtain last week. Into the nickel. Good time. Holding off Ellis was Pipkins to the end zone. Incomplete, high, and looking for Allen. 6 defensive backs. 3rd down and 9, game-opening drive. Herbert to the air. They get through, wobbly throw, incomplete, and looking for Gadsden. 32-yard field goal by Cameron Dicker, most accurate kicker in the history of the NFL. The snap there, and a 3-0 lead for the Chargers. Possessions in the red zone and 2 touchdowns overall allowed by the Denver D. The ensuing kickoff is away. Mims from the 2. And a terrific returner. First road trip for the Packers this year, and first loss outside Harvey. But Dupree wraps him up. Both J.K. Dobbins, who's now in motion, a former Charger. Harvey back there. 2nd and 7. Harvey the call. The rookie out of Central Florida. Upended, now to the 40-yard line. And Nix to the air. Bull to the block. Right through the hands and incomplete. And looking for his tight end, Crow.
Broncos not able to connect.
Here's the rookie, Crawshaw, who's had 2 good games in a row. Davis back, signals 4. A lot of the fair catch back near the 20. And Jim Harbaugh on the right, doing terrific jobs. Here's the handoff and a 1st down run up the middle. It goes here by Najee Harris. 2nd down and 3. Herbert again to the air, and incomplete, looking for McConkey. In there was Brandon Jones. Bronco defense has been good on 3rd down defense this season. Herbert in trouble. Nasty pocket. Down he goes. Jones again. DJ Jones putting his fingerprints on it, win their job.
Well, one of the centerpieces of the defensive line, and that's why they re-signed him right before the start of the season. And you see him just sitting there spying almost, because he wasn't able to get penetration. He was just sitting there. So that's the respect that they have for Herb. Jones that time able to wrap him up and prevent that 1st down.
J.K. Scott will punt. There goes a flag, and here goes the punt. It is high. Deep back is the all-pro Marvin Mims. Fair caught, looking into the translucent roof at about the 22. Punter out of Alabama for Green Bay.
Offside. Defense number 15 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Running back is Hampton. The pitch out on 1st and 10. Lead blocked by Matlock, and he's down the sideline and hit out of bounds. Hufanga again. 1st and 10. They come around with Ellis. Herbert gets away. Drop ball, Allen.
Offense number
Coverage
73.
there by Riley Moss. This is against the Chargers.
Implement some of that into the game plan.
It's 2nd down and 20, and Herbert will go to Johnston. And there to meet him, Singleton.
For the Chargers to try and get some of that today.
Here comes the blitz. 2nd down, 14. Herbert getting away with a nice sidestep. Big time hit, Hufanga. McConkey, what timing by Hufanga. And he's copied his play, and he showed it right there. 3rd and 15. Blocked by Yolt. Herbert going deep and incomplete. There's a flag. Moss was defending the veteran Allen.
Well, I think now you have to decide if it was catchable. Yep, they're waving it off because it wasn't catchable.
Rookie Harvey's in the backfield getting the pitch on 1st and 10. Oh, Redwell, there goes the flag. Khalil Mack dislocating a elbow last
number
week.
82. 10-yard penalty. First down.
On the 29, 1st and 20. With the handoff here. J.K. Dobbins. He was stuffed initially inside. Caldwell got him and finished off by Henley.
Looking forward to today's matchup against his old team.
It's 2nd down and 20. Bowles a block at the left tackle, but they come up the middle. There was pressure on the play by Murphy, and outside it goes and incomplete. Harvey the back. They need the 49. 3rd down and 20. It's off to Harvey. Blocked by Miners. Powers will try to get a block, then tackled in the secondary by Derwin James. And he's up to the 38-yard line. Who played at Florida. And deep back is Darius Davis. And he'll retrieve it on a back pedal at the 12. And here goes the return man for the Chargers, who tried to cut, and down he goes near the 18.
Under Sean Payton over with the Broncos, in 2 of those years early in Herbert's career, he was the OC here in L.A.
Oh, they come on the side. Benito. He torpedoes inside, back to the 10 with the loss. As well as any outside backer in the league right now.
Matlock's coming in motion, and this is where it's going to happen. He comes in motion, so he's one-on-one with Benito. They feel good about this block, but Benito just gets underneath it and around the edge. Matlock's the fullback / defensive lineman that the Chargers have used.
He's number 1 in the NFL in quarterback pressures. 2nd down 18, Herbert up the middle. And the grab made by Keenan Allen. Then at any time in Herbert's career. 3rd down and 11. They come up again. Grabbed and brought down. Cooper off the side, pinching this Denver defense. Another sack.
Into the game, but watch. The tight end's going to block first, and then Pipkins pops out. So not only are you slow releasing the tight end to give more time, but Pipkins doesn't get back deep enough. Cooper able to just run around him.
The defense only had 1 sack last week against Daniel Jones, and 3 already, and 1 by Cooper and 1 by Benito, with the punt here by Scott.
And Kevin, you can't do all that unless you have good coverage downfield and make the quarterback hang on to the ball.
Good point. Mims from the 30. Mims will swerve. Mims steers his way into Charger territory. Prentice is the fullback, 1st and 10. He got away from James, and then here comes the entourage. Naquan Jones and others wrap him up. Offensive line of the Broncos, one of the best in the NFL. 2nd down, 13. Here comes Dupree. There goes the pass, dropped by Dobbins. Harvey's the back. They need the 36. 3rd down, 13 into the nickel. Nix up, out, knocked away. Beautiful knock away. They were going for Sutton.
A little bit better ball placement, but great reaction by St. Juice to knock that down.
3 Denver possessions, 3 Denver punts at the 11.
And be able to make that kind of reaction. A double move by the receiver, if you have time, could be big up the field.
Najee Harris on 1st and 10, stuck there by Sternad. They missed Dre Greenlaw, who hasn't even been active this year. He's now on IR. Pass coverage being missed. Here's the chase by Jones and Ellis on the 2nd and 6 by Herbert.
That quickly, no, I did not get 21 myself.
It's 3rd and 1, and they send Harris up the middle, and you can see Dondre Tillman there grabbing his ankles. And did he get enough? They're motioning that they got the 1st down. Just got a first down as we're closing out the first quarter. Here is Harris, rather make it Hampton, who takes it. And he is drilled in the play. Sternad got him along with Uzurike. Bill Thayer, our producer, and Jim Cornell, our director, getting our game up and running. Second down, 9. They got McConkey in the middle. They attack it right there. McConkey had a 1,000-yard season a year ago. First and 10. Harris swerves, then gobbled up by Cooper near the 41. Herbert again, and here he's being chased by Allen and others. Downfield, they get him again. This time Gadsden. Hafunga was there. 11, good throw to the 49, first down.
How about that throw on the run by Herbert there?
He'd been active the first 2 games. First NFL reception. First and 10. Harris, Submarines. Allen kind of knocked him off his horse down to the 45. On this second down and 6, and he's caught him downfield. Caught there. Gadsden again. The tight end is out with a knee injury. Gadsden, a rookie. Faking the jet sweep. Hampton right here. First and 10. The Avalanche getting him, led by Macmillan. That was the big acquisition on defense, and he has been able to help. Second down and 9. Herbert blocked by Alt. Here's the time and the toss. And it's incomplete. Third down and 9. Hampton the back. And they bring 5. Hit as he throws. Deflected it. Intercepted. It's picked off on the play. Brandon Jones on the ricochet. McConkey can't get him. Hampton will force him out of bounds.
Of Justin Herbert. So it causes the inaccurate throw, the tip, the interception. Broncos the other way.
Nix to a 6. There was a block by McGlinchey, and outside he goes on first and 10. Sutton makes the grab.
Come back along the right sideline.
Sean told us this week it'll be important to get Sutton involved early in this game. Here is a first and 10. The scrambling Nix, and brought down on the play by veteran Deshaun Hand.
10 yards or more down the field.
Second 5. And Dobbins knocked around like a pinball. Hand once again in there. Not a lot of space to maneuver. Running back of J.K. Dobbins. Time. Throw. Cut it. There he is. Sutton again. That looked almost like a late hit. Coming in there flying was the veteran Jefferson. Sutton had just 1 catch last week. 6 week 1. Franklin on the move. First and 10. And here comes Nick. Look out! Down he goes. Hit on the play. Derwin James. Flying through back to the 40.
Well, this is just a relentless effort of James coming off this right edge. Watch how Troutman comes out. He initially has good contact. He's got him there, but it's just, he doesn't stop. Derwin James doesn't stop. His motor is always running.
Now they have second down and 16. And Dobbins will run it and tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Tart.
Penetration at the point of attack. Watch how he just escapes right through the middle. He wraps him up, and James is right there to clean it up.
He looks into the nickel. They flip it back. Going deep. The flea flicker, and he's got him. He's got Mims. But he does not have the ball. Crawshaw has punted 9 times in his career. 8 of them have been inside the 20. Here he goes again with another punt. Davis, and caught at the 13. Dancing a bit. Hang time is 5 seconds. Getting a block. Finding a lane. Crawshaw back there. And there is Bidet, who knocks him out with the punter, and Faboni.
So far today.
That was Jesse Minner and Vance Joseph, and here's a handoff. And it goes to Najee Harris, who bulldozes his way past midfield on that first down. Comes up with an interesting throw right there. Harris in the backfield, second down, 4. Down he goes. Holding on to that cap. And there goes Quentin Johnston, grabbed by Benito out of North Carolina, who's there with Matlock as the fullback. On a first and 10 handoff, he is brought down by Cooper, and he goes down to the 35.
How the Chargers handle this moving forward.
Second down 7, Hampton again. Oh, he finds a gap and plunges ahead, and he's near the 30 and about 1.5 yards to 2 shy of the first. Outside quickly, read well, but caught. Nice throw, grabbed by McConkey. May not be necessarily the case today, but this has been a very efficient first down team. Here's Darius Davis, a block by Hampton and tackled from behind.
He loves calling things on first and second down.
There's a second down. Got away from Tillman. And caught! What a grab! Flag thrown! Johnston inside the 5, who has become an offensive force.
Well, Johnston just working across, and then he sees Herbert start to scramble, so he peels it upfield. They're going to call the penalty on Moss, but Johnston, great adjustment. This is where the size comes into play, and Herbert realizing what he has in the receiver in Johnston, put it up high. And Johnston just coming down with it.
Pass interference. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a first down at the 1-yard line.
Waiting to get final word. Here's a first and go after the PI into the end zone. Incomplete. Johnston was going one way, the ball going the other. Second down and goal. Johnston on the move. Hampton gets the call. Touchdown with ease. And the Chargers build on their lead. On a 3-yard touchdown run by the rookie Hampton.
Misdirection in the backfield. What's a quick flash fake to Johnston, and then it's running behind the pole of Johnson, getting in untouched.
That's the first Los Angeles Chargers as well. Extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it is 10-0 LA.
Well, and I think based on what we saw from the injury to Harris, it's going to be Hampton's. He's going to be carrying the bulk of the load the rest of the season.
This will be Harvey. He'll take it from the 2 for Denver. Mims with the block. Harvey with the run. And the tackle made by St. Juice.
They've got to get something going before the half. They get the ball first coming out in the second half.
First and 10, moving up underneath. And there's the third catch by Sutton, as the coach told us earlier this week. Second down to Nix calmly and incomplete. First time to Franklin today. Third down and 2.
Thank you for picking that up.
Here's Nix. And caught for the first down. Another catch made by Sutton.
Got 2 timeouts. Now down around a minute.
Here they go again. Bowles the block. And to the air, Nix. And incomplete. Looking on the side for Mims. Wattenberg, oh, here they come. With a drive by Still as he came shooting off the edge. Incomplete for Franklin.
So he lost the blocker inside and had to scramble to his right.
Bidet the back. 6 defensive backs. Nix on the move. Cutting, driving. James shoves him out of bounds shy of the first.
If you ultimately decide to snap the ball and go for it, which they do.
4th and 2. The
they got
to
it.
Dobbins. They got him downfield. Look at him. They got Sutton. That's 6. Touchdown Denver. What a play. 52 yards.
Sutton is the second guy right here. Watch, he's going to work across the field, but it's the reaction here on the play fake. Watch the play fake on the toss, the rollout, and then you lose backside. There's no one there. That's why I got a little excited, because no one was backside.
What a day for Sutton. Extra point is away and good by Lutz.
Now all of a sudden just a 3-point game.
Haskins is now back there, and he'll take it at the 2 with Hampton getting a bigger load with Harris out. And here's, oh, nice big hit right there by Barron. It's 1st and 10. Alt the block at the left tackle, crumbling pocket, low throw, incomplete. Hampton will jump on it. That was an incompletion. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. They bring 4. And Herbert winding up, going deep for Johnston. Broken up by Surtain and no flag. 2nd down, 20 to go. Hampton got by Singleton, shoved out of bounds by Macmillan.
Important to remember here, the Broncos still have 2 timeouts.
3rd down, 15. Hampton the call, tripped up on the play. Nick Saban's punter at Alabama. And Mims wants the fair catch, backpedaling to the 20. The hang time was there. The coverage you can see by Kendall Williamson down there too for the Chargers. They're going to run it out and go down by 3, but having scored moments ago on a 52-yard touchdown pass to a wide open Cortland Sutton.
To get Sutton on a long touchdown completion, really got him right back in the game, and now they get the ball first coming out in the second half.
Here they go. Mims from the 2 for the Broncos, coming in at 1 and 1. And finally wrestled down right there.
Update at this time.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll have one for you later. All right.
It's a 1st and 10 handoff, and look at turning the corner, going now Dobbins. It's a foot race by the former Charger downfield. and then belted out of play as he was running. Tony Jefferson saved it. They'll put him out of bounds at the 23 yards by J.K. Dobbins.
Well, how about the fact that right before halftime, Sean Payton told Melanie Collins as he was heading into we need to get the run game going. J.K. Dobbins, -7 yards in the first half.
Here he goes again, corkscrewing inside the 20. They revamped their running attack from the 19, 2nd and 4. The pressure, the McGlinchey block. Nice catch made with the stiff arm. Dobbins inside the 5, diving, touchdown! Let's see if he's in or not. He was walking the tightrope.
Evan, you got to go back and look at this. This may be a run. I thought the ball went backwards. It's a pretty lateral as you see the toes dance along the sideline multiple times.
Nice block by Mims right there, too. They're looking at it as they do every scoring play.
This will be the angle to see. Is there green between the shoes? There it is. There'll be another one coming up here.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
19 yards. And the extra point good, and Denver has their first lead today.
-7 yards at halftime, but coming out here in the second half, now up to 59 yards rushing with those 2 big runs.
Darius Davis, who's got a bit of a knee injury, yet is out there returning kickoffs right here. Here he comes. Oh, drive free. It's a fumble, and the scrum you see as they try to vacuum it in. This would be a gigantic play. Either way, in a close game that has gone bad, it's Denver's ball.
Well, this game looked to be in total control. Watch the punch out right there by Ellis. Skinner's able to get on top of it, but it's Ellis. You're right, Kevin. With that right arm, punches it out. What a turn of events here since right before halftime.
Absolutely
Chargers were in
amazing.
complete control of this game. And
a complete swing from the 30. Draw play, Dobbins, not much there. Eboigbe was on that line, one of the first to hit Dobbins, who's a little empty backfield, blocked by Bowles. Nix with time, going for it all, incomplete to Mims. Jesse Miller is the defensive coordinator. 3rd down and 8 out of the backfield. That was Mims on a deflected ball, and he's shy of the first. On a fumble on a kickoff return for the Chargers. It's good. Nails it through. Lutz hits from 42. They've got 2 takeaways, including an interception and that fumble retrieval moments ago with the ensuing kickoff and taken by Davis, who's not 100% physically, and clubbed right there at the 25. On the 25, Hampton the back, as Mel was just mentioning. Matlock with the block. And they go to Hampton. And quickly on him on the other side is Cooper, along with our chief statistician, Brian Taylor. 2nd down, 9, Herbert to the air, and again underneath. Checking off to Hampton. Cooper couldn't get him. And then finally finished off by Stranad.
Illegal contact, defense number 2. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
on just about every pass play.
Probably could. From the 31, 1st and 10. Hampton getting a block, slashing inside, and then stopped in the secondary by Jones. He's got a first down. Game for Baltimore and John Harbaugh. Here's a 1st and 10. Herbert. Alt sticking with his block. Incomplete. McConkey went down.
Pass interference. Defense number 9. The ball be placed at the side of the foul. Automatic first down.
It's a 1st and 10 for midfield for Herbert. 11-21. Hampton the call. And he's stoned behind the line. Stranad got him. Flag thrown again.
Holding. Defense number 98. 5-yard penalty. Automatic for down.
Underneath they go, and it's Gadsden again in his first NFL game. Number 2 passer rating coming into today. Hampton out of the backfield. Ellis read it well, but not before the catch and run gets him the first.
Just have to cause a little bit of hesitation.
1st and 10. Hampton head down. The former high college All-America takes it near the 30-yard line. Tennessee waived him last year. Now a Charger. 2nd down 6. The block by Haskins on Cooper. Herbert wanted to go deep and then goes to the other side and incomplete. Third down and 6.
Keenan Allen on Moss up top, Kevin.
It's Herbert to the air. He'll go underneath. It's caught by McConkey, who got tackled on the play by Surtain, but slices for a first down. Had 5 against the Raiders Monday, 6 in Brazil against the Chiefs. 1st and 10, blitz is on, heavy pressure, low and incomplete. Hufanga along with Moss on Herbert. Hampton in, 2nd and 10, 5 on the rush, pass incomplete, McConkey on the cross. 3rd down and 10, Herbert to the air, blocked by Alt, down the middle. It's caught by Johnston, has the first down, banged on the play. Hampton at the side, 2 tight ends, 1st and goal. Hampton, all the block, Gaston a block. Hufanga had a hand on him and he broke free and got about a yard near the 5. 2nd down and goal for Herbert. To the air, 4-man rush, being chased. End zone, incomplete. To the end zone, incomplete, coverage there by the Broncos. Cameron Dicker, it is good. New score in LA. It was the longest touchdown pass for the Broncos on 4th down since 1978. Mims from the 5. And he brings it up for the Broncos. And then hit by St. Juice. That's Franklin on the move. Nix to the air, up the middle they come. Here's Franklin. Got a block on the play from Powers, and then from the side, Dye. With a 2nd down and 9, Nix to Harvey, flag is thrown, and then stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Derwin James got him.
Illegal formation, offense number 72 was left uncovered. That penalties decline, result of play is 3rd down.
Nix to the air, they rush 4. Crossing pattern, Harvey. Nice open field tackle right there by Talib Still. He stops him well, shy of the first down. Good hang. Gets up a rocket. Fair caught, backpedaling at the 14, hang of just under 5.3. The Denver punt. Chargers have it 1st and 10. Here they come. Benito! Like a torpedo!
Well, this one's going to be against Alt on the outside. Just watch the pressure coming off the edge. Quick little stutter step and then a zoom around to the outside. And had Herbert been able to feel it, I don't even know if stepping up in the pocket would have been able to avoid that all of this season. But of that one, they ran right around it.
2nd down, 18, going deep and incomplete. Looking for Trey Harris. With the coverage downfield by a couple, including Moss. It'll be 3rd and 18 for the Chargers.
3rd and long. Let's see if the Broncos just drop back in coverage, rally up and tackle. You would think that's what they would do.
4-man rush, 3rd and 18. Underneath they go. Hampton with Singleton and a beat on him. And also hit on the play by Barron.
Pipkins was playing right guard, moved out after the injury to Rashawn Slater. And then Becton now out, so Salyer in.
J.K. Scott, Mims, fair caught on a knee, 41, hang of 4-9. 1st down and 10. Nix, good block over there by Bowles. Nix on the move. James will make sure he gets shy of the 50-yard line.
You know, the injury to Najee Harris, the injury along the offensive line, continued injuries along the offensive line.
Look at the hole by the corkscrewing Dobbins up the middle. 1st down, 41, twirling for the 1st.
The sideline still leading while on IR.
He's better with one arm tied behind his back than a lot of guys are with 2. It's Dobbins here, 1st and 10, takes the run. He's averaging about 8 yards per carry, and we really should talk more about this because he was a great high school running back in Temple, Texas. He said that is something that I always tried to do. Nick's right here, 2nd down and 6, and James brings him down. Here we go. To the Broncos, at least head-to-head, 3rd down and 10. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Here's a throw, bobbled, caught on the ricochet, Kroll! And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Wow, what a nice deflection right there and reeled in by the tight end. Harvey the back, Nix, and it's caught for the 1st down and more! Stiff-arming, 10-yard line! Sutton, flag thrown on the play. Analoy Gilman.
Well, Sutton's going to be working from left to right. A week ago against Indianapolis, he had 1 catch for 6 yards, and they talked about getting him more involved in the game. You see the face.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 32. Half the distance to goal, first down.
Broncos, Harvey out of the backfield, first and goal. Nix powers a block, and he submarines to the 3. Nix bowls a block, end zone, incomplete for Franklin. And a flag again.
Pass interference, offense number 11. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Franklin. Rookie running back Harvey is back there. Now it's back to the 14. Second down and goal for Denver. Nix through the air, 12 of 21. Here they come with 4. Nix on the run. With a beat on him, right there is Henley, and they bring him down. And Sutton a catch and run for 22. Third and goal. Here they come with a 4-man rush to the end zone. Bobbled, incomplete. And looking for Franklin. Butts from 26 to extend the lead, and does. 20-13 Broncos. With Lutz, and the ball teed up at the 35. It'll be taken at the goal line by Darius Davis. Makes a swerve. Ellis will bring him down.
Games there?
I started when I was 12. Yeah. First and 10. Big Red Hampton up the middle. He jets. Constant on the move. And they dump it off, and Conklin can't hold on to it, and Hufanga was right there to get him after a nice block by Zion Johnson. And the Broncos bring 4, and the throw caught. It's a first down grab for the Chargers. This is a first and 10 with the fake to Hampton. Deculus the block. Herbert on the move. Sidearm, and caught, it looked like, at the 40-yard line. Hampton the back. Second down and 4. And underneath they go. Allen's got it. And corralled on the play by Jones and driven out of bounds. Keenan Allen.
Action at tight end has had a productive day as well.
Deculus in at that right tackle still. It goes outside Hampton. It's first and 10. Hampton on the draw. Got a nice block inside by Salyer. A piece, second and 4. They bring the blitz with Ellis. Herbert evades. Chased by Allen. And thrown away. Good pressure by Denver's defense. Leg injury early in the game that looks serious. Third down 4. Herbert to the air. They got him again! Oh, they snuff him, bringing him down. John Franklin Myers. 4th and 11.
Watch Salyer just gets thrown right into the lap. As a quarterback, you want to be able to step up in the pocket, but when your right guard is thrown at your feet, there's nowhere to go as Franklin Myers. Benito bringing pressure from the outside.
Yes.
What a job by Franklin Myers to throw Salyer right on his back at the feet of Herbert.
Trent, that's 5 sacks by the Denver defense today.
Only 4 guys coming, and it was just a matter of Franklin Myers dominating his man.
J.K. Scott. Marvin Mims is back. It will be in the end zone, touchback to the 20, and that's where Denver will have it. Nix through the air, 12 of 22, first and 10. Dobbins the call, the cut, and then grabbed on the play by Henley. Harvey the back, in the pistol, second and 6. Bowls a block, flag is thrown, Harvey outside, block out there by Crow, there he goes, streaking down that sideline, hit the chalk.
Offside, offense number 82, lined up in the neutral zone, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Under 7 to go on the clock ticking. Here comes the blitz. Nix out of harm's way and throwing it away. Incomplete. Flag thrown. He was aiming for Adkins.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 72. Half the distance penalty to the goal. Second down.
With Dobbins in, quickly throws outside for Franklin. Gets away from Still, looking for a block from Wattenberg, and chips his way up near the 18-yard line. 5 in the secondary, third down, 13. They need the 30. Good block, Bowles. Nix gets away from the defense. Swerving and takes it up there. I think he did too. What a run by Nix.
That he had it, but then the official on the other side of the field Let's see where he is, where the knee comes down.
Knee.
The ball, yep, the ball is short. You can see the ball right there.
Excellent call.
Good job by the official on the far sideline.
They came just that close. Crawshaw. And they already signal for the fair catch, which is made. Here we go. 3 timeouts, down by 7. Herbert on 1st and 10. Matlock, a block going deep and incomplete for Johnston. He's their home run hitter. 5 in the Denver secondary, 2nd down and 10. And it will be Hampton, and he is tackled by Benito. They need the 34. And the block by Pipkins. The catch by Allen. Good for the 1st down. Hufanga with the tackle, and there's a flag.
4 of them. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 9. 15 yards added to the dead ball spot. Automatic first down.
Game penalties last week, which hurts Denver.
We could be in first place because you'd both be 2-1, and you'd have the head-to-head over the Chargers.
Hampton on 1st and 10. Right into the gut, into the teeth of that defense.
If you look at it the other way, if the Chargers get the win, now all of a sudden it's really almost like a 2-game lead, having beat every team in the division.
Nobody's Hampton, 2nd down and 7. Here he goes. Galloping free inside the 25.
Blitzing in the middle. They were both in the A-gap showing inside. I just don't know who was supposed to have the swing to the outside.
1st and 10. Herbert low. Allen the catch. 2nd down and 6. Herbert to the air. Pipkins the block at the right tackle. Got away from Allen. Herbert alive and the throw. Caught. Touchdown! Touchdown! Allen! What a play!
Able to get away. Watch Zach Allen here. Right up the middle. He's got a clean shot at him. Herbert steps up in the pocket and throws him away with one arm. And then the throw on the run.
At 20. With 2.5 to go. Let's see how Denver responds. Now tied at 20. Another tight one for the Broncos. And here we go with Mims, who's grabbed and hit hard and taken down. Caleb Murphy finishes him off. 1st and 10. Dobbins the back. Wattenberg a block. And here goes Nix. Chased by Dye. He'll swat at the ball and minimal gain on the play. Clock at 2:25. 2nd down and 10. They bring 4. Underneath it goes Dobbins. And stopped right there. Another big defensive play. Nix. Deep. He's got him if he's on target, and it's off the fingertips of Sutton.
Now the Chargers are going to have a chance here with 1:53 and 3 timeouts.
Crawshaw will punt. McConkey is back. At the 22. And down at the 32. Cameron Dicker awaits. Herbert is 24 of 43 and a pass up the middle. Aronde Gadsden makes the grab in his first NFL. And Herbert underneath. Bobbled, reeled in. That is a 1st down to the 46. Grabbed again by Gadsden. 1st down and 10 with 3 timeouts. Herbert to the sideline, caught by Allen. That's right in front of Moss. It's 2nd down and 1. After the gain of 9. Hampton the call. Big run. Breaks a tackle and then down by Moss. Hampton, rookie. And grabbed initially down low by Tillman and then spun down.
2nd charge.
A couple more injuries the Chargers are dealing with.
It's a nickel secondary for Denver, and it's 2nd down and 12 for Herbert. Matlock a block, caught inside the 30. McConkey continues to backpedal. For the Chargers, Dicker continues to warm up. As they just want to run some clock and get the position. Got it. 23 to 20. Zero's on the clock. It's over. And the Chargers remain unbeaten. and their first 3-0 start in 23 years.
It's hard to come by for both sides, but when the Chargers needed it, Justin Herbert coming up with some plays. The one that stands out to me is that scramble, that touchdown pass to Keenan Allen in the fourth quarter, extending the play with his feet, and then getting them in position here for Dicker and the game winner.